Hi guys, Ryan Jepp here. In this video, we will continue our project Hotwire. In the previous episode, it kind of long months ago because I'm kind of busy in my other project. So now we will continue our project in Hotwire, which is I build now. So to make it the video is small or quick, I build a simple thing in our project. I added the empty state. What is an empty state? So empty state is showing to the customer or to the user when there's no record in your object or in your model. So for instance, I have here what we call empty state. So if there's no record here, it will show like this. So I created a CSS, simple CSS. So for example, I create a new project and project one, and then you have another project in here to. And what's going to happen is if it is remove also the two, it will bump up to you going back that you have a zero project. So in this episode, I will show to you how I code that one in a simple way, and you just have a conditions in the Hotwire. And also I want to include one thing in the Hotwire that I is struggling in development, because if I'm using import map, it is not reloading when I change the CSS or HTML. So to have a solution on that one, there is a gem what we called is the Hotwire live reload. So I will add this in the descriptions in the YouTube, and then at the same time how to install that. You need to run the live reload install. So I already did that one because my previous video was gone, so I need to create another video about this one. And then I added in the development side that RV the config Hotwire reload, so it will reload and it will listen to specific, how do you call it, if you want to have a specific style sheets like what I have in here. So if I will show to you the Hotwire reload, so I put this one. I think it's kind of overkill, but for now this is what I added. And then yeah, I added the gem Hotwire live reload. So what's going to happen is, for example, I do some changes in the design. Let me go back in here, and then I change this one is none, so it means it will not show the design. So instead of reloading the page, it will just reload like this. So instead of reloading every time the page, so if I'll minimize this one and then I will go back in here. So that's the powerful of this gem, which is I really like. In ES build, you don't have any problem on that one because when it's compiled and it will reload the page, but here is not because I'm using import map. So now you can see there's a changes in here. So it's really nice if you're doing a lot of UI development or front end, especially like me. So now how I did the how do you call it, oh yeah, I forgot the one. So you need to add also in the applications.html.erb to have a only it will run in the development side. So I put here the tags of, and then if it is a environment of development. So yeah, that's how it works. And reloading, that is another bonus on this video. And now what I did is I created a simple CSS. I call it the class, and inside the class I have also, which is this class empty is the global. So this is the design, and then you have a padding border. So I think this is, how do you call it, yeah, it's not complicated to know, especially with the new developers. And then I added here and the text, which is the class. So it means that if I have a element of the class, I just need to add empty then dash text. So if you can see my screen, this is what it shows. And also the child. So it means that if I added empty child on the empty class, what's gonna happen is if I remove the records, it will revert back the design, or it will show like this instead of it's just an, how do you call it, the empty state that it did not go back to this one. So if you will look in this one, so if I added a project, so if I created this one and if I remove instead of refreshing the page or reloading it, it will automatically show this empty state or the design. So that's how it is. So now in the next video I align the CSS, so you can see that on the next video when I align also the project table. So here how I did that. So again, I created a CSS of empty state, and then what else, I added the inside the project I added the file, which is the empty state underscore slash underscore state, empty states. And then I added the div, which is empty. I added the class. I added the empty child, which is this is what we see in here. And then at the same time, I put the margin 4, and then I created the text, and you have a create new project, which is this. So every time, it means every time our index or table there is no records or available on the how do you call it, records and available inside the table project, it will show that empty state. So where it is, I put in here, so I make a condition. So I created a turbo frame tag and then project.new, and then if this project is empty or none, it will show the empty state, else it will show the new new button or the project.new. So yeah, I think that was it. So this is a simple code, and this is only statement, and you can enhance this one also by I will show that next time in the next video. You just put in here and then call that one, but we need to for now I just created like this, so you can understand. Okay, if this is a project is none or no records, it show the empty state, and if yes, it will show in the button, which is project.new. So let's go back again. So this is the one which is empty, that's showing in line 7. And then when I created the project, and then project, let's say 1, and then it will show now the new project. So yeah, and then you can create more, whatever you like. So I think that was it. And yeah, I didn't add anything in here. So yeah, so in the next video we will continue this one, that we will be adding a nice table of the project, and then we will add some other field, and then we will work on that one, and then we will add some other functionality, and then we will align some other design too. Okay, I hope you like this video. I hope you learn at least, even it is simple. Again, just to recap, you have the empty state CSS, and then you have also a empty file or empty state file, which is inside the project, and then it will call this one when it is empty. It will give you a design, and then I added the index in the inside the table of the project, and if the project is not exist, it will call the empty state in here, and then if it exists, it will call only the how do you call it, the button of the project.new. So we can simplify this on the next episode. And yeah, I think that was it, and see you on the next video. And yeah, good luck, and I hope you learned something. And if you have any questions, just comment in YouTube, so I always how do you call it, interactive on the other comments, so I can help other people. Okay, thank you so much, and see you then.